Welcome to Space Socket. A 29-year-old woman says men must change their high standards. Kevin Samuel steps in to challenge her. Let's dive in.
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
Have you been on here before?
Um, Not quite, no.
Okay, okay. So, how old are you?
I'm 29.
And ma'am, how old are you?
I'm 34.
Okay, so 29, your first initial?
D.
And 34, your first initial?
A.
Okay, D, why don't your friends like this channel?
Why don't they?
Mm-mm.
I don't really have any friends that don't disagree with you. A lot of my friends really agree with you, and um, they're kind of excited that I'm talking to you.
Okay.
I've been wanting to talk to you and ask you some questions.
Hold on, man. What? And yours is T? The other lady, 34?
I'm A.
Hey,
Amber.
Amber, why don't your friends like me?
Man, I'm so glad you asked. My friends don't like you. My married friends, they don't like you because I guess the situations that they're in with their husband, they feel like it's not all that black and white. And then my single friends, kind of like what the other lady said, it's just too harsh. It's how he come off. He doesn't talk about the other man. But I try to explain to them, like, what you say, like there's so many platforms for men and there's none telling us about ourselves because I'm like, girl, he be telling me some stuff.
I was watching Shahrazad Ali doing an interview with a black female reporter. And Shahrazad Ali wrote that book, The Black Man's Guide to Understanding the Black Woman. And this black woman is asking this black woman the same things women are saying. It's like, why aren't you on our side? And she's like, when do we ever look at what the women do? I spent years talking about men. Mm-hmm. And what it gets right down to is the women who don't want to hear it, especially our women, they don't want to be corrected by anybody.
We don't like that.
So there's no right tone. That's why I'm like, why should I change my tone? And then this whole notion, if it's not all black and white, there's 7 billion people on the planet. Who can speak to 7 billion different experiences? That's another deflection to keep men saying nothing. Because you ain't been here, you don't hear. So what about this situation?
We need to hear it.
Well, the thing is, I mean, when we all went to school, they give you a test. You study a lot of stuff. They give you the test, and you answer the questions on the test. You don't get to decide how you want the test to be configured. And the reality is, as far as relationships, the black community, black women understand something. You think if black men aren't in relationships or black men are doing bad, you're doing by yourself. When we die out, you die out too. Us being a 60 plus, and back in the 90s, we were 60% alone. We're growing, so we're on the way to extinction. So they can say what they want to, but rubber meets the road. Are you moving on down? Now, what's the question you have for me, ma'am? I'm going to put you to the side, okay? Amber, I'm going to put you to the side, okay?
Okay.
Okay. What's your question? Go ahead.
So my first question is,
Oh, Amber,
when I
go ahead
listen,
and drop out. Drop out, Amber. I'll let you come back. Go ahead.
okay, when I listen into you talk, I hear you tell women with children that they should have been with the person that they had kids with. But then in the same breath, you tell them that going forward, they're not going to be able to get a man of high value. So where does that leave them? What are they supposed to do now in this situation?
So what you're saying is I tell women they should have stayed with their baby daddy.
No, that the person they had their kid with is who they should have been married with.
Which is their child's father, their baby daddy.
Yes.
Okay. And then you say that I tell them that they can't, if they have children, they can't have a man of high value. That's what you said though, right?
That's what I'm hearing you tell them.
Okay, well then that's the same thing though. If you with your baby daddy, how many men can you get?
Right.
So that means if you're with him, you can't have him.
Okay.
So, but because you're not with him, do you qualify for a high value man? Do most baby mamas qualify for the men they want?
Well, that's my next question is really
You qualify for as high as your baby daddy is.
Well, I don't have any children, but I would like to know because I hear you talk a lot about weight.
Whatever your child's father is, you need to hold the
Hmm.
phone steady. Hold the phone steady.
Okay, sorry.
Wherever your child's father
Hmm.
is tends to be the upper limit of what you get. If your father's baby daddy is an average guy, how many women go get a man who's a millionaire? That doesn't happen
Right.
because you're not supposed to have kids without a husband. And you're supposed to pick the best man possible for you, get the French toast out of the game and stay out. Don't come back. But if you
Hmm.
come back to the game with a man's kid, you are.
Right.
So that's the reality. And I think the real issue is why these women with kids trying to have men, why are they trying to do better than the men they had babies with?
I mean, growth. It's 10
That's
years
not, it's
later.
not growth. It's not growth. No, no. See,
Hmm.
that's the thing. No, you're 10 years older, 10 years more used, and 10 years less valuable. It doesn't work that way.
That's understandable.
But it's always interesting to me that women think because, well, I did this when I was young. I made a mistake. Okay.
Right.
But it's a permanent one. It affects your sexual marketplace value.
Right. I'm
And
sorry. I'm talking with the camera steady.
but sit it down. Sit it down. But but
Okay.
but the funny thing is generations prior to
Hmm.
my generation understood this concept. I'm wondering why is it since 1970 women think it should be different when for all of recorded history you people knew.
Right.
So and you were going, and what's your other question about the weight?
Yes. It's really pertaining to weight because I
Okay.
feel like I do believe when you say weight is a factor in getting a high value man, but I also feel like health is something that can be built upon, just like sex, like sex can be built upon in a relationship. There's certain things like mindset, there's some things you can't really teach a person, but you can build on health. So why is it weight one of the biggest factors in not getting a high value man?
Because they don't have to.
Mm.
The argument you're making is an argument that benefits women who are already overweight.
Okay.
If there are 100 women out there and 99 of them are in the weight range he wants, why should he go get the one that's 200 and some odd pounds?
I mean, what if she a cool girl? What if she has things going? She can offer him
Too
things.
bad. So what?
Mm.
See, I'm going to say the weight argument. You know what? Money is something that can be built upon. Why not get a man who's straight out of high school?
Right.
Do women pick men like that?
For the
Do
most
women
part,
pick
no.
men who are already not what they want and then choose to go do work to get him to the baseline of what they want?
Right.
Why do women think men should do that? I'm asking. I'm serious. I'm really trying to understand because I hear this often that it's something like it's no big deal. Like it's something we could do together.
The weight loss?
Yeah, your head is cut off.
Oh, sorry. I'm trying to get it right.
Yeah. Why do you feel like it's something that can be built on?
I don't want to say I feel like it's something that can be built on, but I don't feel like it should be a you know, cut and dry. Like, no, if you're overweight, that's it.
Um, Show me the Middle Eastern or Asian men who choose overweight women. Show me the majority of white men who choose overweight women.
Okay. I mean, so I'm working on it. I'll tell you that. I'm in the process of losing weight because I do feel like outside of that, I deserve a high value man.
How old are you?
29.
Now this is why I'm always curious. Why do you women feel like you deserve anything?
If I felt like I was to deserve anything, I would definitely feel like I deserve the best. I wouldn't want to feel like I deserve less than that.
But you deserve the best you can do for yourself. You don't deserve anything from another person.
That's true.
So, I don't know if y'all understand how crazy that sounds to me when y'all say that I deserve the best. We got more average ass women today thinking they should be queens and deserve the best.
Right.
If all of y'all deserve the best, doesn't the best, if all the women who feel like they deserve the best and got it, wouldn't the best be therefore be average?
Yes, but I've never been average.
No.
So
If women like you feel like you all deserve the best and 50+% of you got that, wouldn't that become average? Best has to keep moving. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
But I'm trying to figure out how you determine I'm average on anything other than just my weight. That's the only thing I've told you so far.
I said women in general, but I'll go down that path. How old? 29?
Mm-hmm.
How tall are you?
Like 5'5", 5'6".
Dress size?
16.
How much did you weigh the last time you weighed yourself?
Like 230.
Closer to 250. But okay, any kids?
Okay, you funny. No.
No, I'm an image consultant. So I mean that 16, 5'5",
Mm-hmm.
that's closer to 250, but no kids.
Mm-mm.
Okay. Did you go to college?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Bachelor's, master's, what?
I started the master's program. I didn't finish. So bachelor's, yeah.
Bachelor's in what?
Social studies.
Okay. On a scale from 1 to 10, fresh face out of the shower, your natural hair, what would you rate just your face? You can't use 7.
No. I would say like 5, 6.
Okay. So where would an average looking woman, 5 is average,
Mm-hmm.
why would you be more than that? Because your looks are average,
Mm-hmm.
your physical fitness and your body is below your and even if we start judging on the things that men don't judge on,
Mm-hmm.
but if we judge on academic achievement, social studies,
Right.
humanities,
Right.
okay, where is any of that extraordinary?
Mm-hmm.
Where is any of that extraordinary?
Well,
Where are
I
the
really haven't
outcomes?
been working in that field where I got my degree, and I've actually been driving trucks. So
But the point is, what if you did work in the field? How much could you make a year?
about 50, 60,000.
So you tell me why, if you're average looking
Mm-hmm.
and your body's below average, your income is middle income,
Mm-hmm.
why do you deserve the best? Because you say, and you said, why would I
But
say,
that's
why? And
contradicting
you,
though.
but then you say, and you said, well, why would you say that I'm average when I haven't told you anything? Well,
Mm-hmm.
based on what you told me, you're below average. Because if your face is average
Mm-hmm.
and your body's 230 plus pounds,
Mm-hmm.
that drags your average down, right?
Okay.
So if you were a 5 and you had a banging body, it would
Mm-hmm.
help you move up, right?
Okay.
I mean, is that not how it works?
No, that's making sense. It's adding up.
So that's why you got something called a butterface. She's got a banging body, but her face.
Mm-hmm.
So women have always, who are average, have always known that if you're going to be average looking, You have to overperform in your body. And today we have women who are average looking, and that's most women are average looking. Most men are average looking. But then you're going the opposite direction.
Right.
What are you doing to bring your overall sexual marketplace value up?
Okay.
I'm asking you to the level where you say you are.
Well, I have been working out, so I will say that much. I got a personal trainer. I've been working on that because I do know that that's, for one, I don't really want it just be for a man. I really want it for myself because health is important. I've definitely been working on making over 100,000. I've gotten very close. I'm not there yet, but I'm definitely working to make over 100,000 a year. And so, yeah, those are some of the things I've been working on.
So, from what I'm hearing,
Mm-hmm.
you hired a personal trainer.
Yes.
Okay. You can't count that. Men look at outcomes, not possibilities.
Okay.
Just like women don't judge a builder, they judge on what's there. Where can a woman increase her money to make her look better? If earning money made you more attractive, why aren't women who are millionaires with high value men?
That's a good question.
Because it doesn't matter.
Right.
So your $100,000 a year, even if I gave it to you, does not increase your sexual marketplace value at all.
Okay.
But is
So
that
I pretty much have to get my looks above average, lose
but you
lose
can't
the weight.
but you can't. You can't. You have the face you have.
That's true. But if I lose weight, like you said, it'll bring me up some.
But no, it'll bring you up some, yes. But when was the last time you were consistently a dress size 6?
I don't think I've ever been a dress size
You didn't
6.
go to bed. You didn't go to bed as a child and wake up the size you are. You may not remember. So that tells me is it's been so long since you were a healthy female normal weight that you don't even remember at 29.
Okay.
When was the last time your physical frame was 120 pounds, 125 pounds for your height? Because women tend to stop growing vertically at around 12 years old, 12 to 14.
I can't remember. I'm not even gonna sit here and try to make a number up. I can't
All
remember.
right. So even if you were to lose weight, you've had most of your life being overweight.
Right.
I tell men, if you need to look at her 5-year average, and your 5-year average has been dress size 16, that means it's going to only get bigger. That means you and every other woman, it's only going to get bigger. At best, it's going to maintain.
I mean, I can see your perspective. I don't agree, but I can see it.
But you don't have to agree.
Mm-hmm.
Who agrees with my perspective?
Most men.
And that's the problem. Unless you're going to go gay, what are you going to do? Make them accept you?
So what is your suggestion to me?
No. You say that's your perspective. You don't agree. Okay, fine. But you just said most men agree. So if you want a man and most men agree, what are you going to do?
Lose weight. Try to make myself more appealing.
And see, if you're a man, do you want to deal with a woman who does not agree with me or most men? Do you want a woman who has that kind of attitude regarding losing weight? She's going to be resentful. She's not going to do it for what you said earlier, for the health reasons, whatever. Men understand that women who talk like you lose weight to get a man, and then you go right back to where you were. That's why it's smart for a man to look at a woman's 5-year average, because that means that's what she's likely going to be.
I can respect that. I can see that. I do.
So ma'am, what do I expect? That in a normal world, you would qualify for an average man, a $42,000 a year guy.
Okay.
But why? But you pause like, ugh.
No, it's not.
But you said, but we started this off thinking I deserve a high value man. And I'm like,
Okay, maybe I used the wrong terminology. I would want one. Maybe I don't deserve it, but I do feel like I want one.
well, do average men want dime pieces?
Yeah, they do.
Do they get them?
Sometimes. I mean, but overall,
Well,
I'm not
no,
gonna
no,
play the
no, no.
game.
This is bullshit. That's bullshit. When does an average man get a dime piece? When?
When they've known each other since high school, when
No,
they,
ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
okay.
See, this is why you ladies mess up. Because the truth cuts off potential. And now you got to accept that just like an average man doesn't get a dime piece,
Mm-hmm.
there's even a special category of adult film to where an adult film actress will pick a fan and she'll choose to do. That's the only way that happens is if a dime piece decides she wants to just give some charity, but she doesn't get with him. She hooks up with him and leaves. Why not just be so? Women in your position
Mm-hmm.
are fit for average men, and that average man is a blessing to you.
No, I believe that.
Yeah, but you haven't talked about an average man, and you want the
I
man up
can't do
here.
man, period. Like average, above
Yeah,
average at this point.
well,
So,
well, I would say because you're not rude, but
mhm.
your attitude is not right.
Okay. So, what do you suggest for me?
This is why I think therapy is so important because I don't understand, personally don't understand. When I know you ladies can see yourself naked getting out of the shower in the mirror, you see that.
Mm.
You know what that looks like. And I don't understand how you can make it anything other than what it is.
Right.
Self-awareness. And
Hmm.
then you ask yourself, okay, when was your last relationship?
Like 2017,
Okay. Who ended it?
we agreed that we were better off as friends.
You know me, I don't work that way. Who ended it? You know me, I don't work that way. Come on
I
now.
would say me because he was talking to another woman.
Okay. So 2017, how long did it last?
Almost a year.
And what was the one before that?
I can't remember, to be honest.
Because so you
I
really don't
haven't had
have.
many relationships.
All right. So there you go. There's a lot going on here, ma'am.
Hmm.
So if you don't have a history of having relationships,
Hmm.
do you have sex?
Not often.
Well, then there's a whole lot going on.
Okay.
I mean, just a whole lot. I mean, because, and I don't really want to get into it here. Book a session. That's what you really need to do because
Okay.
if you don't date,
Hmm.
and this is what, and I'm doing this because this is beginning to happen with more women. More women are starting to understand that it's like in the last 2 years, it's like dating has dropped off the cliff of women. Women are like, why aren't men approaching? Why aren't men doing this? Women can't even give it away anymore because guys don't want to deal with women who don't really focus on who we are as men and what we want. Most of you ladies want us to be your girlfriends. Y'all don't study us. Y'all don't do any of that kind of stuff. So first thing I'd suggest is sit down with a therapist to understand if there are any underlying issues, number one. Number two, this is when a good one-on-one consultation to dig into things, to figure out what's going on, because you need a plan of action. Because
Okay.
what will happen is you'll look up and you'll be 35 years old and life starts taking things off the table, but you got to get the weight under control for
Okay.
sure. That's a have to.
Okay.
That's a have to. All right, I'm gonna bring somebody else in. Appreciate it.
All right, let's address this directly. A 29-year-old saying men need to lower or change their standards sounds like frustration, but it overlooks a key reality. People don't adjust their standards to fit others. They maintain them to protect what they've built. This is where Kevin Samuels would step in with a reality check, because men, especially those who have worked to reach a certain level, set standards based on their lifestyle, their options, and what they want long term. Those standards aren't random, and they're not up for negotiation just because someone disagrees with them. The issue here is expectation versus leverage. You can want someone to change their standards, but unless you bring something that makes them reconsider, nothing moves. That's how selection works, on both sides. And here's the truth. If multiple men at a certain level share similar expectations, then it's not an individual problem. It's a pattern. And patterns usually reflect what works for them, not what feels fair to everyone else.